Alrighty everybody, officially welcome to the channel. We're on the road, but I thought I would turn the camera on right now. This old boy just pulled out in front of me, not really like aggressively, but he's got 3 Sprinter vans on a wedge. I'm not sure what kind of truck's pulling it, obviously a pickup, but he's doing the speed limit, but it's getting kind of squirrely every once in a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the camera, and if something happens, it'll be rolling, then we might catch something scary going on. Hopefully nothing happens to this old boy up here. But we are on the road. We are finally headed to go get that 9812 valve. I got the cover off the 3500. It's so much nicer to tow with this thing. Long distance, it's quiet, smooth riding compared to my 5500. Quite frankly, I don't drive this truck enough, so I got to make an excuse every once in a while to hook gooseneck up to it. Today's excuse is we are driving down to pick up that 9812 valve. We looked at it 10 days ago. I can't believe that. It's already been 10 days. Thank you guys for viewing that video, by the way. It freaking killed the numbers. But longest 10 days ever. But we are headed down there right now. Now, I claim that truck to be Holy Grail and my dream truck. Let me explain that before we get down there. Dream truck being it is a 12 valve with the 4-door. Automatic or not, I don't really care automatic or not now. Stick shift is fun, automatic is easy. I got an automatic right now. Life is easy, I'll tell you that much. You drive stick shift like I do. I got 2 stick shift trucks right now. Those are my work trucks. I drive those every day, towing, and come home, it's nice to just hop into something that can just cruise around, and that's what this 12 valve is gonna be. But it has the 4 doors. So in early 98, they still offered the 12 valve. In 98 and a half, they switched it up and they went to a 24 valve. Now, the one perk about that is the 4 doors that were offered for the 6 months with the 12 valve. And it's kind of difficult to find one of those trucks these days, so a couple of them been popping up since I found this one, but this one is a deal, and it's really taking me because it is cherry red, just like I freaking want is cherry red. I'm tired of white. I mean, I like white, good, but I claimed it my dream truck for that reason right there. 12 valve, 4-door, and it's red, 4-wheel drive, everything I'm looking for. Don't get me wrong, this 3500 Ram is freaking sweet, but the men drive 12 valves. But before we get too far in this video, I want to go back to the house real quick with you guys, touch base on the 25,000 subscriber giveaway. I have some giveaway information on that for you guys, so I'll let you guys watch that and I'll check back with you guys in a second. Now, what's this guy doing? Let's see what he got. Oh, Ram 35 Husky. I don't know why he went over there, but I'll take it. Anyway, we'll see you guys in a minute. Alrighty guys, I have appreciated each and every little bit of support you guys have given me along the way, so it's the least I can do is to do a giveaway at any significant number of subscribers that we hit. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For the 25,000 subscriber giveaway, I'm going to get you guys a fresh box. I'm going to be giving one of these suckers away. This is a simple kit, but very useful on pretty much anything. I did a complete top-end rebuild on the fastback project we did a while back, and I think it's got pretty much everything I need to pull the engine on this 97 Dodge, except for a couple bigger sockets and some extensions. You could knock it out. So again, 450 piece tool kit. I love this kit. This thing, I got several of these. Yours isn't gonna be missing, you know, tools like mine is. But to get involved with that giveaway, got to comment on this video, preferably something positive, but it can be anything. Comment below. I love the channel, good work, whatever, just say hello. That'll get you involved, but you have to subscribe to the channel. I'll double check, make sure there's no cheaters when we get to the end and pick a winner. But once we hit 25,000 subscribers, it's crazy to think that that's in the realm of possible, and I appreciate you guys very much for making this possible for me. But once I hit the 25K, I'm gonna do a random comment picker, and I'm gonna send you guys a fresh one of those boxes. And I'll probably put in some vbeltandson merchandise as well. Something to spice the pot up a little bit, because you guys do me a solid just by watching these videos. I really appreciate it. You make life quite a bit more fun when people watch the videos I would say slave over. I have fun doing it, but all the merchandise is also available on vbeltandson.com. But until we hit that number, let's go ahead and go pick up that truck. Enjoy the video. We are home, guys. Oh, look, but it's finally home. The wait is over. I'll admit, I was a little stressed and nervous about the guy selling to someone else, but it's finally here. After a 10-day wait, we got it home. 3,500 did good. It's pretty light load for it for the most part, but it's like 100 degrees where I'm at right now, and like 110, 112 the truck actually said down in the valley when I loaded it. So that thing was actually running a little hot for my taste, about 210, 220 on average, but it's completely bone stock, so it's doing what it's supposed to do according to somebody. Makes me feel better about my 5,500 because that thing towing 3 times this, it gets up to 210, and that's a warm for it. Working it way harder than this load. But let's talk about the truck. Firstly, I'm going to tell you what I paid for it, and it was a deal, in my opinion. And if you disagree with it, find me a better deal, I dare you. But what the plans are for it, but first I got to tell you, it was one of the, I would say, the more different Craigslist purchases I've ever made. The guy I bought it from, what his business is, he buys at an auction and he resells back to the auction. I'm not the auction, I'm not wholesale, so he couldn't sell it directly to me because he would have to collect sales tax, and he doesn't have that authority. So what we had to do is I drove truck and trailer down to his house, hopped in his car, we drove across town to this luxury car dealership, or used luxury dealer, and there was a bunch of Russian guys all over the place, and the whole place was run, it felt like a Russian mob. I was a little bit out of place, I will say the least. But the guy running the place, he has DMV authority, so we handled all the paperwork with the truck. And the main kicker was the truck, since he bought it at auction, it does have the current registration sticker on the back, but it came back as something like $1,900 in back tax fees or registration fees. Pretty good chunk. But let's just put it this way. The Russian guy is a Russian genie, and we are A-okay. Took care of all the title transfer and everything, so I just got to wait for paperwork to show up in the mail, and we will be good to go. But it was a little different going in there with, because I felt out of place. They are all Russian speaking, and I was twiddling my thumbs. But plans for the truck. I'm going to put a gooseneck ball on it just for fun, I guess. But I don't really plan on doing much more than just trying to keep this thing looking as cherry as it is. A couple things that need to delete right off the bat. I know a lot of people like the leveling kit. Some trucks it looks good, but on a second gen they already sit relatively level with stock height, so it looks like it's doing a wheelie, in my opinion. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, it definitely looks like a wheelie in the camera. Even just that 1.5 or 2 inch, whatever that leveling kit is, gonna delete that thing. Then this thing on the back, this garbage can, I might turn it into a garbage can. I was thinking about selling it to one of you guys if you're interested, but I'm gonna delete that freaking, what is that, a 3-foot tip by 8 inch? Yeah, we don't need that bird on the back. Either I'll just cut that off and replace the downpipe, or whatever you call that end tip thing, or just get a new exhaust on it. It is, let me repeat, a 98 12 valve. There are some concerns about, well, 98 is a 24 valve. Yes, it is. A 98.5 is a 24 valve. Early 98, 12 valve. That is the big kicker with this son of a gun right here. See, there's no 24 valve in this little badge. So it's got 4 doors. We'll count them out. 1, 2, and then the other side's mirror image. 3, 4. 4-door extended cab. Nothing, you know, holy crap, it's not a crew cab, it's not a quad cab, it's a 4-door extended cab. Just don't try to overcomplicate that. But another thing I want to delete is these tow mirrors. People really like these. There's a couple things I look for at a 12 valve, because every second gen I see, I'm always trying to spot a 12 valve. First is the doors. Normally they don't have the doors, the back doors. That was only available for 6 months with a 12 valve. And then the mirrors. A lot of 12 valves had the chrome little mirrors, which, call me crazy, but I prefer those over these things. Maybe if I put some 4th gen tow mirrors on there, which I don't plan on doing, I would like it better, but these, no good, no good. Mechanically, the truck is ready to rock and roll. I'm actually going to drive it off here and go to town. When Taylor gets here, I'm probably going to take her and go get some pizza. Go out on a little date night or something. Go to the old pizza parlor in town, sit down and have a slice, because it is Friday night. But mechanically, it is sound. Ready to rock and roll drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and check all the fluids and the transmission. It's obviously had to have been rebuilt because there's 229,000 miles on the rig. So what I'm going to do is pop the pan off, see if there's any extra, aftermarket components in there. And then I'm going to put a aluminum, little bit deeper pan on there. Not for, trying to keep it cool. Yeah, that's good. But if I want to change the fluid again, it'll make it a lot easier to have a drain spout, because these things don't even have a drain plug on them from factory, which is, in my opinion, pretty big design flaw, because to drain that you have to take the whole pan off. Pain in the butt. But the guy did do a complete front end rebuild on it. It tracks nice and straight. This is, our steering's not really bad at all. Actually, it feels pretty good for a 98 with 229 on it. And what else was I thinking about doing? It does have this dent back here. This is the only real injury to it, is this right here. I have no idea what really happened, but I need to learn how to do body work. So this truck and Grandma's truck, body work, I'm gonna need to start figuring that out. But that's the only real damage to it. Relatively, my opinion, I think it's in freaking perfect shape. So I think I'll just roll it off there so you guys can check it out. We'll get it on the ground, fire it up. Been looking for one of these for a long time that I really like, because for one, good price. For two, it's red. Red is my jam right there. I don't know how I ended up with a bunch of white trucks. I like those, but red, oh yeah. So there's been a lot of 98 12 valves popping up, but to have one that's red and matched everything that was this clean, I had to get it. That's all there is to it. So let's get it off there, and I'll show you guys the interior if you missed the first video. Oh my goodness me, I'm already like even more stoked. What do you think, Boone? Boone hadn't seen the truck yet. Taylor hadn't even seen it. Oh yeah, let's go ahead. I'll show you guys the interior one more round. Let's check out the two back doors that add up to 4 doors. Thing is pretty gosh dang clean. Look at that. Seat's a little torn, but it does have the power seat. All that's all good to go. Gentleman did give me a full what do you call it, timing cover gasket complete kit, all the stuff, and a tappet cover kit. Truck is not stock as far as it goes underneath the hood. It's been turned up just a little bit. I don't know how much it caught on there, but just a little bit to give her that money. We don't need to be breaking the transmission, but if that happens, I've rebuilt these transmissions before. They're actually pretty simple. I'm not too worried about that. Buy a bunch of all the goodies and do all the work myself. I know a guy, he just had Fire Punk go through a trans of his, and it cost like $3 grand. But let's pop the hood real quick. Guy said it did have an air horn somewhere underneath. It wasn't hooked up at the buttons in the dash. Under the hood, it is California truck. 98 is required to pass smog. It's a visual and to make sure no check engine lights, and this thing's supposed to be on there. We're gonna just unplug this. I'm pretty sure, there we go. EGR is deleted. Simple as that. Vacuum line gone. Oh, I should have grabbed that one as a dad's, but I have some stock ones of these. I don't like that little crappy piece of junk one on there. But fuel plate has been messed with. That is definitely 100% fact, and it has a new solenoid on there. But other than that, we're gonna go through this thing. I will probably double check the killer dowel pin, because I've had to replace the actually the timing cover on, or timing housing on my 96. That's the only truck out of probably, I think I've opened up at least 10, maybe 11 or 12 or something, I don't know, and done the killer dowel pin cap, which is really simple. You just put a piece of metal over it and it can't go anywhere. It's got a bolt next to it and everything, real easy. But I've only seen it fail on one truck, and that was my 96 when I did the engine swap. So what the hell is this guy doing? He's just chilling up there. Okay, I'll have to go up there and investigate that bull crap. It says no trespassing and no loitering up by my gate. Okay, anyway, but look underneath the hood here. We're really leaning towards, all these are all original. So the paint, I think this thing was garage kept, to be honest with you. Just that one dent back there. Open up this side and try to catch that. That was lucky. Oh yeah, somebody said these are gonna rattle. That's full, everything I got. I don't think they're gonna rattle, but let's take her for a rip up the road. What do you guys think? I don't know what the deal was, but that guy was sitting up there was a old Ford. It didn't sound that good when it drove off. Cool thing about a 12 valve is you can actually bump the throttle and make it start quicker. So listen, normal start, or tap the throttle. Oh, anyway, let's hit the road. Other thing, the little indicator for what gear I'm in is saying neutral right now, and we're in drive. But come on, cars, get out of the way, Subaru. Maiden voyage. Get this transmission warmed up a little bit, and then we'll go check the trans fluid. Oh yeah. Hell, it might be in second. Yeah, it was in second. It's in, shows reverse now, but we're actually in drive. Put it in tow haul. Not bad, boys. I'm liking it. I'm freaking liking it. It's gonna get a little bit to get used to, but we'll make it happen. Definitely ain't stock. She's moving right along. Alrighty. First rip up the road. Everything feels pretty dang good. I think either the transfer case is a little bit low or the rear diff is. These are so freaking responsive on the throttle. You just kind of burp the throttle and I can hear a little clunk, clunk. Normally, my grandma's truck back in the day, she ran a little low on fluid on the transfer case and it made that same exact noise. It's not bad. It actually feels pretty tight, but transmission shift's good. The dipstick for the tranny, I don't think it's a correct one, but I've done several 5-speed swaps on these 12 valves. One of them's actually up at top of the house right now, but I'm gonna leave this one in automatic. 2 reasons. I have 2 stick shift trucks already. We don't need another one. Well, we could use another one. It would make life fun, but it's nice just to hop in this thing, throw her in gear, drive up the road. So I got a couple extra actual correct dipsticks for the trans, and we'll swap that thing out. But for the most part, boys and girls, it's been a long-winded video. I am so stoked to have this old girl here. It is a Laramie SLT. The power seat has power for the back here and all that good mess. So that's working. Anyway, that is all, folks. Officially, we are 155-100% back in the 12 valve game. Grandma hooked it up good, so now is the time I'm going to tell you what I actually paid for this. Comment below what your guys' guess is, see how accurate you were. But before sales tax and registration, 8,600 bones right there. Oh yeah, that is by far the cheapest 12 valve on Craigslist right now. And the cheaper ones, well, I guess there would be cheaper ones, but they are junk. They are clapped out, flatbed missing dents all over the thing, regular cab, dually missing a dual for less than that in my area. There's good ones, but they are expensive. But I think this is probably the cleanest 12 valve, second gen, 4-door that I have seen in a long time. Definitely could use a little bit of TLC, but I'm more than willing and ready to rock and roll with this truck. This isn't going to distract from grandma's truck. I've just gotta, it all comes down to time for everything, and I got stuff sitting for every freaking thing. The Blazer, either the battery completely clapped out or the starter died, and then I lost the keys for it. But that thing needs a second gear, and it'll be ready to rock as another daily. We got dailies going all over the place. We got dailies, we got tow rigs, we got extra puppies. There's that puppy. He's sitting in there. Hot puppy. Long-winded. But anyway, the giveaway. Don't forget about it. Comment below on this one for that giveaway as well. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for joining in on the channel and all my adventures. I know they get changed up between logging, tractors, trucks, dirt bike, whatever. But we're trying to keep it real, trying to spice it up, and have everything that I can really think of, trying to keep the channel away from being boring, in my opinion. So comment below for your chance to win, and hit that subscribe button. Join in on that giveaway officially. Let's end this one. Have a good one, guys. I appreciate every one of you. Very blessed for all this stuff. It doesn't, I don't even know how to put it. It just, things are working out. That's all I could say. Between the girlfriend, my dad, just people rolling up their sleeves and joining in on the get her done. But let's end it, old son. Hit them buttons. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.